Welcome back to another episode of Penny Help Jess. This is episode 606. Yep. And for whatever reason, the recent penny roll hunts that I've been doing, uh, all the penny rolls have had like at least this one's over full. This one has. Let me see. Let me check. I have my handy dandy roll checker. It has to be no. It's exactly 50 pennies. Look at that. So for whatever reason, it just looks very short. Weird. Okay, no big deal. I would have swore it was gonna be all right. Well, it looks like our luck might have just any more? No. All right. It looks like we have only. I don't think we even have 10, unless some of these really bright pennies are copper, which I doubt. See, that's copper. You can tell that's copper. Probably copper. Probably copper. Maybe a copper there. Copper there. So it looks like we might only have about 5 or 6 coppers. So look, you see what I just said, that we have been finding mostly copper lately. Like not mostly, like high amounts of copper. And sure enough, as soon as I say that, we maybe I'm too close here, a little bit too close. There we go. As soon as I say that, we have one with less copper. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, one of the comments that I've been getting more lately is about the fact that I don't use gloves anymore. And this happens. YouTube is a funny little animal. Goes through cycles, Comment, and that I guess I'm specifically talking about comments. So wearing gloves, so like a little hair? No. Oh yeah. Wearing gloves, right? Do you need to wear gloves? And I'll talk about this like every few months. Oh, all right. We got an 82. I think it is. I'm pretty sure this is copper. So we got a copper 82. So we found one that I didn't think. Oh, there might be more than 5 copper pennies. Then I was not expecting. Wow, look how thick that is on the side. Was not expecting these to be copper. So we already got 2 copper pennies. So we might have more than 5. We'll find out by the end, obviously. Okay, so do you need to wear copper pennies? Do you need to wear copper pennies? Okay. Do you need to wear gloves while penny roll hunting? And the answer is definitively no. So why do people keep saying wear gloves? Well, it's kind of like it's a myth, really. It's just something that people like saying. It's like a troll. Here's another copper penny. It's just like something to bust somebody's chops about. You know what I mean? Got some separation there, but no extra thickness. I think it's just shelving. It's just like a troll comment to make. Is this copper also? Wow, look how strong that is. So why do people then why do people say it's 69D, no floating roof? Kind of, a little bit of a floating roof. So then why do people say it then? Where do they get it from? Well, if you look up, if you Google wearing gloves with coins, Google will tell you to wear gloves with valuable coins. So so we're talking about um, coins that are worth in the hundreds, maybe not even hundreds, in the thousands of dollars. Yeah, you put on white gloves or rubber gloves or something like that. You know, you go to a coin dealer and you say, "Let me see that coin," and he might put on gloves, and it's kind of almost for like just a sign of respect for the amount for a valuable coin, But for circulated coins, nobody's wearing gloves. And then they say, well, you're going to lower the value of the coin by putting fingerprints on it. That's a pretty look at the collar era. That's not true either. Look, you could touch it all day long and not put any fingerprints on it. And if you do put a fingerprint on it, it's really not going to do lower the value of it. Again, unless it's a very expensive mint. Look, one side is beautiful. The other side, right? A mint state. We already have 5 copper pennies, so I guess we're going over. But the chance of you finding a mint state proof multi-thousand-dollar penny inside of a penny roll is, I mean, you might hit lotto first, to be honest with you. Um, so, and again, lowering the value by putting a fingerprint on it. I have seen, I never weigh 83s, but if I was going to weigh one, it would be this one. $257. Funny, it is a little heavy, but it's not even way out of tolerance. Just a little bit out of tolerance, probably from the sintering, has that extra little bit of copper on it or something. So I have seen proofs that are graded with fingerprints on it. Right, you can tell just by going like this. You put it at an angle and you'll see a fingerprint on the penny, and they graded MS 63, 64, 65, 66, 60. Every grade you could think of, you can find a fingerprint on. Not every penny that you'll find has a fingerprint on it, but you'll find some. And so obviously, so the only question is, would it have graded like one grade higher had there not been a fingerprint on it? That's the only big question. And you're talking about proofs, really, really mint state, high mint state graded pennies. And I've never found a proof penny. That's number one. In a, you know what? I shouldn't say that. I might have found one. I don't. I think I might never have found any, to be honest with you. Um, Out of the hundreds and hundreds, it's not thousands yet of penny roll hunts, but it's hundreds and hundreds. All right, because this is episode 606, so that tells you how many penny rolls I've hunted. Another beautiful 82. Look at this. Let me put this one. Where's the other one we got? I think that was like the first one we did. Was an 82. Yeah. All right. So I'll put it next to that one. Yeah, I'll put that one first and put that one second. All right, we got 7 copper pennies so far, so we're doing good. And I think we have at least a couple more, 1 or 2 more. That's a beauty. See the shelving on the bottom? Yeah, it's not a double die though. So that's it. And if you watch, and it's not that because I'm, I don't know, right? Because I'm telling you what I know. But you could even look at these other really bigger, uh, these bigger. Some of them wear gloves, but most of them don't. I think Chris Coins, he's got, I think he's got like a couple 100,000 subscribers, and he doesn't wear gloves. So yeah, so for and it also sometimes they're very difficult to hold. Gloves make it kind of difficult to hold. Oh wow, too bad. I might have to actually clean this one. Um, let me look at this under the loop. I don't think it's anything special. I think that's just dirt. Oh, it's a little. Looks like it's a little smushed or smashed. It still would have been pretty cool if it was clean. I'm not cleaning it. It's super super dirty. I'm gonna say there's no value there. It makes it difficult to hold the coin. So like with penny roll hunting, you have to be able to hold the coin and kind of let it's going to tack on the amount of time it tacks on versus the 1 in a billion chance to find a viable mint state proof penny is it's not worth the trade off, to be honest with you. Now the only again, so you got valuable coins. Yes, you'll use gloves with $1,000 plus. What? Why does it have to have damage rate? It always has to have damage rate in the place where. I mean, look at that. It looks like it has a doubling on the eye. It doesn't really matter because that totally ruins it. Totally, totally ruins it. Let me look at that under the loop. It does look super, super cool. Yeah, it's a really big hit mark. Maybe that's why it looks like it's doubled. But is if you want to keep your fingers clean. That's really the only reason to wear gloves while you're penny roll hunting. That's it. That is really the only reason to wear gloves. While you see, here goes some fingerprints on this one. Those might even come off. That's from dirt. It's from people touching it with their dirty hands. Believe it or not, if I cleaned that, it'd probably come off. But who cares? It's not a viable penny. So it's not even. It doesn't even really matter. So we got 7 cuts. So we didn't. Oh, we might have one more, and it's another 82. So that's it. So that's I talked about it to death um, in this video, and I hope that answers anyone's questions about should you wear gloves. If you want to keep your fingers clean, yeah, wear gloves. It's going to make it probably a little bit more difficult to hold on to. Oh, it's a zinc. It's not a copper, but it is an 82. You could tell the difference. Right? Has that bumpy surface. That's how you know you got a copper penny. You want to look at the zinc penny, excuse me. Yeah, you could tell the difference between the two surfaces. They're both Philadelphia large dates. All right. And that's it. There you have it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 copper pennies, 1 zinc 82. and then a bunch of and everything else is zinc. I'll see you in the next one. God bless.